Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now, unfortunately, well, I don't know, it's a good thing but it's also a bad thing. While I was gone for a couple of days, the update came out with Slayer stuff and bank upgrades, and I couldn't make any videos on that because, well, I was gone. So, I'm here now though, and unfortunately, obviously everyone's already covered everything there is to the update, which is kind of stupid. But one thing I didn't see is a video talking specifically about what parts of the Slayer things to grind. So, I'm going to be talking about this in this video. There's obviously there's currently three different bosses. There's Sven, or wolves, Revenants, or zombies, and Tarantulas, which is spiders. So, whilst the rewards in all of these are pretty good, if you want to get rewards that are actually worth it, you're going to have to grind a hell of a lot. And the best thing to do in that case is to pick one specific kind and just focus on that almost 100%. That will mean that you at least get one of the good things instead of all the mediocre things, because that would just be kind of stupid. But especially later on, you're going to be able to, well, you're pretty much going to have to pick one, otherwise you're going to be stuck dealing with three at once, and you won't be able to get the great stuff from any of them. So, yeah. Now, if you're still stuck wondering whether you should do Slayer quests or whether you should stick to the end, I think it's good to do a bit of both. The end is probably still the best for making money in the short term, but the Slayer stuff is actually more interesting, so yeah. If for some reason you've been living under a rock and you don't know anything about the update, basically, the update came out a couple of days ago. It added bank upgrades so that you can store over 50 mil coins, and it also added this thing here called the Slayer stuff. Well, I don't know what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's just called the Slayer. And this is Maddox the Slayer here. You right click him and you have these three bosses. Everyone knows this right now. So each of these different bosses has their own different item selections. So if we look here and look at Slayer recipes, you can see I've unlocked all of these, and there are 4 armor sets, I think, in this update, 4 new ones. So, first of all, we have the Revenant armor, which is probably the most famous right now. I've unlocked the leggings and the boots. Then there's also pack armor, armor of the pack from the Sven thingy. So I haven't unlocked it yet, but we can see it here. The pack armor there. The stats, I'll try and put some on the screen right now. They're not that great, to be honest, but they are there. There is also the Mastiff armor set a bit later on in the Wolf collection, which is really hard to get, but it is also really, really good. And the last one is the Tarantula, and the Tarantula set is called the Tarantula set, simple as. And it's also pretty hard to get, but it's pretty decent, to be honest. In terms of swords, the only collection that really has good swords is the Revenant collection. The weapons and everything else is kind of not that great. I'm pretty sure the best weapon from here is the Shaman sword, which isn't that good for anything, to be honest. But if we look at the Revenant stuff, there is the Revenant Fashion, and you can upgrade this all the way up to Reaper Scythe, I think it's called. And these swords are pretty good. So if you're looking for a new sword, it's probably good to focus on zombies. But for armor, Wolf has the best stuff. Now there is also a lot of other things like talismans and things like that. And to be honest, the items in all the collections are pretty good. But the main thing you have to think about is how long it's going to take to actually get these items. So the hardest one, in my opinion, is the spiders. So the spiders are really hard to kill because they have the most health of them all. They deal the most damage, and it also takes so long to get combat XP from spiders, because getting like 1000 combat XP from spiders is so much harder and takes so much longer than getting the same amount from wolves or zombies. So it's going to take a really long time to spawn them in, and to fight them will be really hard anyway, especially if you're going for like tier 3 and 4. So first things first, spider, unless you really want something from the spider collection, I would just forget it, or like only do a little bit of it, but I wouldn't recommend focusing on spiders. Next thing is zombies. So this is probably the most popular one right now because it's the easiest of them all in terms of what the bosses can do. So a tier 3 Revenant boss is a lot easier than a tier 3 Spider boss. The rewards you get are pretty good, however again, unless you really want one of the swords, I wouldn't recommend focusing on it too much because the armor just isn't that good, to be honest. And after the zombie ring there is this Devour ring as well, but the Devour ring takes a very long time to get, and I'd rather put that time into getting the massive set, which is in my opinion worth a lot more. So that brings us to the Wolf set. So the Wolf, like I said, has two sets. Pack armor isn't really important for anything, unless you're like mid-game, but the Massive set is really overpowered. This also comes with a lot of other stuff like these power orbs and some talismans. So overall, I recommend focusing on the Sven or the Wolves, just because they're a lot easier than anything else, and they have pretty much the best rewards in most cases. So I'm gonna show you how easy a fight against a tier 3 Wolf boss is. So honestly, you don't even really need anything that good. If you just use Region 7 potions, you're gonna be able to just completely tank the Sven boss. So without Region 7 potions it is pretty difficult, but if you have these, and they're pretty easy to craft by the way, this is all you need. The gunpowder is optional. That's literally everything that you need from this. Gas tears are easy to get, glowstone easy to get, and redstone stuff you need for every potion. Now, I'm also going to be using this wand of mending. However, a wand of healing is way cheaper and is also really good. These ones are pretty useful because you can see they heal 30 hearts per second for 7 seconds, and they aren't that expensive to use. So I'd recommend having one of these handy. It's especially good when you're about to die. You can just right click this and save yourself. Now the other thing I want to mention is stamina potions. So to craft these you need to use the full flesh. So it's basically the only use for full flesh, so there's no, you might as well do it. These potions are pretty good, especially if you have them at tier 3, because as you'll see in a second, they give 315 HP and 150 mana instantly. They're also really cheap, and I just recommend having them because again it can save you if you're about to die, and this can save you from having to restart the whole quest. Now I also recommend making these all splash potions. It just makes it a lot easier. Doing that does decrease the time that the region potions last, but this would be enough time anyway, so there's no point worrying, to be honest. So once you've got your potions, you can jump over to Maddox the Slayer, or you can use his phone if you have that. And this works. So then you just start the quest for the tier 3, and then we start killing the wolves. So it doesn't take that long to get this, and 1000 combat XP will be really quick to do. So I'm going to show you just quickly the route I take to get the most XP in the shortest amount of time. So I start off here and just kill all these, but it takes a long time to get 1k combat with these ones. So what you have to do is go back here, and then a lot of old wolves are going to spawn here, and the old wolves count for 5 or 6 of these normal ones. There is one, he has 15k HP, he gives 43 combat, which is a lot more than what these ones give, so it's worth it to kill them as well. So then I just run back here, kill all these, and then up here, around here, and then after this you end up back at this place, and then you just jump down again, kill these, and you just repeat this cycle. In my opinion, this is pretty much the best thing to do. You can also go around the back here, and there are also quite a few. Here's another old wolf, for example. But basically just run around this sort of area around here. There's no point doing anything at the front there because the old ones don't spawn back there. Now sometimes mobs like this will spawn, and these are mini bosses. They're called pack enforcers. They have 45k health. Here's another one. And these are really good, they give quite a lot of health, and I'm about to die, so I'm just going to do this. So just kill those as well, try to kill them. They're not that hard to kill, and they give a lot of XP. So once you're pretty close, like this, 83 out of 93 here, you want to sort of stay around this area and get ready. So this is 87, and now I'm going to kill this one, and after this, the next one I kill, or the next two that I kill, will get the boss to spawn. So I need one more, and I'm gonna lure this one in. Don't kill it yet, and jump into this little hole here, and then splash yourself with regen and kill the last one. And now the pack master spawns. So just spam click him and wait about 10 seconds or like 15 seconds, and then you want to jump down, let it hit you once, and then keep on going. The reason for that is because if you don't let it hit you, it will just keep regenerating like insane. So you have to let it hit you a little bit. So I'm just gonna spam a little bit more, and there we go. So that was really easy, really quick, and that's how easy it is to kill a T3. And my gear isn't even that good. I'm just using strong dragon armor and an AOTD, and you can probably do this just as easily with like a leaping sword. It'll just take a little bit longer, but that's basically how easy it is. Now for spiders, there is nothing like this to do. There is no way you can sit like this, so spiders are once again a lot harder. So there we go. We just collected the stuff, and we also got 33 wolf teeth. So that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. To recap, unless you really want specific items or like a specific sword or something, I recommend just going for the wolf and grinding for the mastiff set. It's really worth it. Mastiff is a really good set, and to be honest, it doesn't even take that long. Like, you can probably get it in 2 days or 3 days if you grind like a lot. So I recommend just doing that. And yeah. So about the giveaway for all this stuff, for the aspect of the dragons and the talismans, we are going to be doing it pretty soon. I need to speak to Giovanni about a couple more things before we do it. So it'll probably be at some point this week. I'm not sure exactly yet, but we're going to be doing it pretty soon. And yeah, subscribe to both our channels so that you get reminded when we do that giveaway, so that you don't miss out. Thank you guys for the support recently. I've already hit over 200 subscribers now, which is really awesome. Subscribe for more videos like this, and yeah, see you guys next time. Goodbye.